Let's preview. We are previewing Liverpool versus Plymouth Argyle, or I should say Plymouth versus Liverpool, because we are going to be the away team this time, going all the way down to Plymouth Wednesday night. It's hopefully going to be a good game for us, because I think let's look at the game that we had last time, okay? And I'm gonna throw out some stats. I don't always like throwing out stats, but I'm gonna throw some stats out because that's what I want to do today, okay? Last time out we played against Plymouth and we put on a very, very dominant performance. We just couldn't get it in the back of the net. Absolutely could not get it in the back of the net, no matter how hard they tried. And they tried damn hard as well. They had 15 shots and 4 of those were on goal. So having 15 shots in total, that's a high amount. And to only have 4 of them on target, maybe that does show the amount of youth that we did have on show that evening. And in front of us here, this is the lineup that we actually put out. Obviously, I think the Sky Sports app and the Sky Sports website has some of the positions the wrong way round, but you get the idea. This is the team that we put out, and you can see there's quite a lot of youth players in there, as well as Origi, Emre Can, Stewart, Lucas, and obviously Karius, Moreno to a point as well. So there's actually quite a few people who've been in the first team quite regularly. Now, what is rumoured to happen is pretty much a similar sort of team is going to be put out from what the rumours are saying. We've got no confirmation as of yet, so it's all conjecture right now, but this is apparently similar to what could be put out, and I think with us coming up against Swansea at the weekend could prove quite okay to do that. I think the one thing that I've heard or I've seen online is that apparently Philippe Coutinho could be due to come back in and start the game, may not necessarily finish the game. He got half an hour against Manchester United, and that's going to do him good. I think that's going to do him really good. He could get a good 45 minutes in against Plymouth and seeing how the game goes, and then come off at half time, replace him with one of the younger guys as well. Anything could happen. It really, really could happen. And I think that could be the way to go. Having someone like that in, depending on what they're going to do at the weekend, they could maybe bring Sturridge in. I'm not entirely sure. I was really disappointed not to see Sturridge at the weekend. I thought he could have made a bit of a difference for us. But we're over that. We're moving on. And we're going into this game. Completely separate game. And we have to finish this one off. We desperately have to finish this one off. And hopefully we can do it quite comfortably as well. I don't think it's a negative result, really, in the grand scheme of things, for us to have gotten 0-0 last time out. I think that obviously if we'd won it, we would have took a lot of pressure off ourselves in January, a lot less expectation on, squad rotation, because you're going to be playing games pretty much every 3 to 4 days. Most teams have to do that. Well, if you're in European competition, which is where we want to be, they've got to be doing that pretty much every day of the week or every week for the vast majority of the year. If we get back into European competition, we're going to have to be doing that anyway. So things are going to always be tight. You got to get used to it, and this is the way that we've got to go. Now, I like that if we can come in and use a team like this, maybe with some other guys that are coming in. Rumours that Wilson could be coming in as well for his first debut. That'd be ace if you can get some of these guys in. Klopp is impressed with his performances that he's been doing in the youth team. Why not bring them in? Absolutely bring them in. I don't think any of the youth guys last week that started against Plymouth, I don't think they did themselves, I don't think they should be ashamed of their performance for not winning it. They ended up with 78% possession, and I know possession isn't the name of the game. It's about scoring goals, and they got the opportunity to score those goals. They just couldn't go in for whatever reason. Even when we did make substitutions late on, bringing the likes of Lallana on, and Firmino as well. Might have brought Sturridge on, I can't remember. Wow, my memory's quite bad. But you get the picture. Even when we brought those on, we still couldn't get it in. It was just one of those games, I think. And if we go down there, I think we can get a very good result in this one. I'm a bit more positive with the fight that Liverpool have shown lately against Manchester United, putting in a battling performance against a team that really, they were on a roll. They were on a very, very big roll. They've got some quality players, and we had a very good game plan that seemed to do very well against Manchester United in shutting down their attacking impetus, especially, obviously, not at the latter stages when Ibrahimovic obviously scored, but their main man, Paul Pogba and Michael Carrick, closing them down, putting bodies on them every single time. And I think if you can do that against a team like Manchester United, I think even with the youth players involved, or the younger players that are trying to break into that first team squad, do that type of performance against Plymouth, and then you're going to set yourself up for better chances of getting in the first team, and then better options for us moving forward into these games the rest of January, moving into February. We could end up with a lot more options, which would be so great. Because coming up against Swansea at the weekend, I'm not going to take that for granted, even though they seem to be getting smashed left, right and centre. I'm not taking that game for granted either, but I just really want to do well in this one. I just want us to progress, and I hope that we can do it. I think seeing Karius back in goal could be quite good. Get his confidence back up a little bit as well. I think that could be quite good. I'm still... If Lucas is going to be involved, I would still put him in the midfield. I really, really would. I don't like Lucas being in the defence. It's just a personal thing. You might disagree with me completely, and that's absolutely fine. That's not a problem. I just don't like Lucas being in the defence. Moreno, still a little bit suspect. Even against Plymouth, he was still sometimes a bit... He's far too concerned with attacking. And I've said, since the Sevilla match last year where we lost the final, and he was getting stuck up. Even before that, when we played Villarreal, I just think that he actually could be a winger. He could be a left-sided winger instead. And then you've got Milner as a left back. You've got Gomez coming back in who can play left back but prefers centre back. We've got options there. Why not use it? Because Moreno, when he gets up front and he gets into those, he's got not a bad cross on him, and he's got a fairly powerful shot on him as well. If he gets in the right areas, turn him into an attacking winger. I've been calling for it for ages, and I wish they would just do it. Anyway, that's another argument for another day, and I keep bringing it up for quite often. But I'm quite happy to have a lot more of the youth players involved. Maybe even around Origi, the likes of Ojo, Woodburn. If Wilson comes in, that'd be pretty cool as well. I want to see that. The main thing I want to see, though, is the same performance with a little bit more of an aggressive attacking impetus on the end of it. The main thing for this game is to make sure that the decision-making is a lot more on point in terms of shooting and in terms of passing. If you do that, we've got more likely... We created so many chances last time anyway. We've got so much... I imagine we'll just create the exact same amount of chances as well. And I'm not taking Plymouth for granted, but... I believe that our talent from the last game that they did against Plymouth, I think that our talent, whether they're younger players or not, if Coutinho starts and he starts feeding the young lads, unbelievable. I think that we'll be in for a good game. I'm going to call it. I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory for Liverpool because I think, not just because we need it, but I think that we can do it. And it'll hopefully start to bleed goals back into the team because I am concerned lately that the goals just aren't coming. But fingers crossed this could be the game that can turn it round, we can progress, and then we're back into the Premier League against Swansea on Saturday, I think it is. Could be Saturday, might be Sunday, I might have the date wrong. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Drop a like on this video, subscribe if you're new around here, it'd help so much, and you'd get so much content as well. You get content. I make stuff all the time. I hope you like it. Subscribe if you're new around here. Leave your comments below. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you later.